All right, so today was the lavender festival. Saturday, hot Saturday. You win some, you lose some. As a business owner, today it was a huge loss. So why don't you tell everybody that follows us on YouTube your experience about today and how was that loss?
Okay, so I was thinking that, okay, this is like a huge event, right? There's gonna be a lot of people and all that. So we had to be over there by 8 a.m. So I was at work by 5:30 a.m. cooking the boba and all that because we had to leave by 7 because it's an hour drive. So I get there at 5:30. The two team members that went with me got there at 6. So I've been paying them since 6.
6 a.m.
6 a.m. Well, on my way there, my truck has auto stop, so whenever you come to a stop, it turns off by itself, and then it's supposed to turn back on as soon as you release the brake. Well, this time it didn't turn on once I released the brake. So I was...
Which, by the way, it was the starter, but it's already fixed.
Still. I was going uphill on a highway, and I was it was like an intersection of Interstate 5, I-5. And I was just stuck up there.
For how long?
And for almost, well, it was for an hour and 40 minutes. So a guy helped me. He me pasó corriente. How do you say that?
No, he just pulled us.
No, another guy me pasó corriente.
Oh, you're talking about the first guy.
Yeah, the first guy. He went, he's like, hey, he's like, what happened? And I said, well, the battery died. And he's like, okay, do you have, what are they called?
Jumper cables.
Yeah, he's like, do you have cables? I was like, yeah. And he was there, he was revving up his truck, and my truck wouldn't turn on. So I was like, what? You know, what's going on? So then a friend was getting ready to go and help us. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to call the tow truck. So I called the tow truck, and they said that it was going to be 45 minutes to an hour wait. And I was already waiting there for like 45 minutes. But then a guy, he helped us out. So he pulled us out of the way, and then they were able to get the truck to start. Anyway, let's get to the festival. There were a lot of people there, but it seems that a lot of people were not buying, like, from the vendors. Only like food. You know, they had like tacos, they had like sandwiches and stuff like that, and they had alcohol. That was going well, but there was a lot of like crafting vendors, and they didn't do well either. And then to top it off, it was a dead zone. So my phone was on SOS the whole time. So that meant that I couldn't take any card payment or any Zelle payment. And I had a cash box with me, you know, so that I could take cash, but a lot of people didn't have cash. And then even, you know, the other vendors were saying that, like, oh, we didn't know that it was going to be a dead zone and we don't have cash on us, so they had to pack up early. We were supposed to be there until 6, but I cut my losses at 2:30 because I was doing the math in my head, and I was already upside down by a lot. I took 500 drinks, and I sold maybe like 40 drinks, and I threw the rest away because I went on a truck and I came back on my SUV and the stuff didn't fit there.
Okay, so about how much was the loss? Talking about figures.
The loss was like $700 to $800 today.
And that's including the
gas.
The gas, the starter was $300.
No, that's not even including the starter.
The starter for the truck was $300.
That's not even, I'm not even counting that, because I'm thinking, okay, eventually that was gonna happen. I'm counting because I paid my girls like 10 hours, so I had to pay them overtime. It was a little over 10 hours. I had to pay them overtime. So paying them, and then the gas for myself, and the gas for her, and the gas for the truck, and the gas for her.
I pumped $80 today.
And
so
yeah,
nearly, let's just say,
it was about $1,000.
Yeah, but just to be on the safe side.
$1,000 upside down today.
Okay, so that was the loss. So now what? How do you overcome this?
Well, it was a learning experience for me, and now I know that, you know, I don't know. Don't make 500 drinks. I don't know. My daughter was telling me that, well, Natalie was saying that, she's like, Mom, you're better off just doing your events at the high schools and at parties, which, I mean, it's true. You know, when I do high school events or just school events in general, we do really well. And for parties, I mean, they pay up front, you know, for catering when we cater parties. But as far as events like this, where I take and I just sell, like, it just... Oh, and it was an hour and 10-minute drive.
Okay. And
To
this,
top it off.
what event was this again?
This was the Lavender Festival.
In Los Hills. All right.
Yeah, it was a beautiful event. Like the vendors that were there, the performances, it was a beautiful event. But I think a lot of people went for the performances and they didn't go really like looking to spend money.
All right. Well, you win some, you lose some. That was today by detail. All right.
Now I'm just gonna go cry myself to sleep. I'm gonna shower first because I'm super dirty.
Don't wake up.
But I'm just gonna go cry myself to sleep real quick, and then I'm gonna pray, and then I'm gonna get over it.